What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the EU4 Super States AI only battle. We've got a big war going on at the moment at Texas, who have been beaten down a little bit in that last video. Quite a few wars, dragged in by Florida to fight Wisconsin and Indiana. And despite it looking tough for them at the start, it does look like Florida is going to have too much anyway. And Texas seemed to just about have enough, hold it together. But yeah, it was close. You would have been worried if you were supporting Texas, I'm sure. But for Wisconsin, this is not a good time. I worry that New York might attack them next as well. They've added some more alliances, which makes it even more likely. Wow, Florida have got a 666 right now as their governor. Someone did ask, can they switch to like monarchies and stuff, the states? I don't. I'll have a look, but I feel like none of them have. Maybe they can, but I don't think any of them have. Although Cascadia is a Grand Republic with Grand Chancellor Miles Flanders. Is that like? Is Ned going to be next? Dolph Stevenson in Texas. Let's just look. We got Lawton Martin in Florida. James Lehman in New York. Warren Goodland. Oh, no. Philip. Oh, they got rid of him. Philip Blaine now in Wisconsin. Bernard One Levesque. That was definitely pronounced wrong. That's probably French. Meant to be French in Quebec. And who else we got? We got Grant Martin. He's a Grand Consul. Oh, Grand Republic of Saskatchewan. Manitoba is a province with Premier Stuart IV Girard, maybe. Missouri are a Grand... Okay, so some are a Grand Republic. Texas, Florida, New York are all still states. And then Manitoba is a province. So is Quebec. I don't know what Acadia is. Let's have a look at them. See, they formed up. Yeah, they're a Grand Republic. Michigan. All the US states seem to have stayed a state, except a few that became a Grand Republic for some reason. What's Indiana? Indiana's a state? Okay, and they're like, yeah, they're pretty small. Nevada's a state. Alaska is a state. Yeah, they all seem to be states apart from that. Yucatan. Even Yucatan is a state. I just want to see, what are regular countries? I never really pay attention to this, but Britain is a kingdom. France is a kingdom. What remains of Castile is a kingdom. Oh, Portugal even started doing stuff to them. Hungary is an empire. The Ottomans are an empire. Lithuania is a kingdom. Scandinavia is a kingdom led by a von Habsburg. I haven't really looked at dynasties. Oh my goodness, the von Habsburgs. Austria and all of Scandinavia. Pack. Button. What a name. The British dynasty. And let's quickly see, is it dynasty? There's no dynasties over in the US. Okay, well let's have a quick look. Oh, no, wrong map mode. Okay, let me just check there's no new wars. Nope. Okay, Indiana got separate peace, and I think they got away without losing anything. Not 100%, but I don't think they lost anything. But they did lose their alliance with Wisconsin. But yeah, I think Wisconsin could be in trouble here. But let's quickly have a look at the development map mode. There you go, I know people want to see it. Occasionally, there's a brief look. You can, I guess, pause if you want to have a more detailed. I won't move it for a second. What was the other one? There's always another one is technology. Here we go. They seem to all be pretty good. They're all in the green. As you can see here, there are some areas still in the red. Down here, Central Africa, Sub-Saharan. But yeah, mostly everyone's doing okay. Muscovy's struggling. But yeah, that's about it really. It all seems to be okay. Let's have a look at some other random map modes. Not coalition. Trade. See, Canadian Shield, 39.8. I mean, some of these are worth none, but that seems pretty big, and that's around New York. As you expect, 20.4 here off Florida, 18.2 off of Texas. Don't really know how trade works. Not so good for Cascadia, but then they've not got Europe near them. They've just got the Pacific, so that's not a surprise. Oh, Missouri there is another war. Manitoba are beating Missouri right now. It's the only other war. Wait, is it? No, who is this? Wisconsin. No, there's the same war. That is the war we already know about. Wisconsin, yep, and their 60 stack just got beaten down again by a 100 stack. There was 50,000 more in reserve from Florida. That is impressive. Yeah, maybe I counted Texas down a little bit too much, but still, this is going to be costly for them, I'm sure. They are just fighting constantly. They've avoided any conflict in Mexico, I guess. That's a bonus. Manitoba are trying, it looks like, to get military access. And it's just not working for them. But they got one province of Missouri's. So I'm sure they'll get it at some point. I mean, they probably only want that one. but that's not how it works, obviously, so they're going to have to wait a little bit longer before they can do anything there. This is not good for Wisconsin. They still have 66,000 men trying. Oh, and there's the peace deal, and this is a mess. Missouri's gained some land back, which is basically going to all go to Manitoba. Florida gained a huge chunk up here, and we said Texas overtook Florida. Florida didn't quite take enough, but if they embrace the institution, I imagine they will go back above Texas. Cascadia is now above the Ottomans into 4th position, and I imagine that means the Ottomans lost to Hungary. No, they still look the same. So I mean, maybe an institution's been embraced there. Actually, the Ottomans, yeah, they 164%. If Cascadia embraces Enlightenment, they might go above. They should go above New York again. Oh, who's that? The Papal State occupied by Great Britain. But yeah, Florida a lot bigger now. Do they need to embrace something? I don't know. I'm looking at it. It's 1714. We get through about 10 years an episode, just over that. So if we factor in, there's probably 11 more. There's probably 12 more episodes to go. This is episode 38. This is probably the longest ever series. It will overtake EU4 England, or Britain, I imagine. So that will be pretty cool. And yep, Manitoba took all of that land that was just vacated by Wisconsin, leaving them with a different new small random province. But Wisconsin, straight off the bat, attacked them and is winning. Problem is New York and Quebec just attacked. So I think this is the fall of Wisconsin. Beginning, they did grab that one province. The problem is New York is now going to come in, finish them off by the look of it. So this is going to be a sad, sad time for Wisconsin. Anyone who thought they've been really cool to go this far, but I think this could be one stretch too far. I mean, 373% to take everything. Yeah, I mean, Quebec's here with a 60 stack, so it wasn't all Quebec's, but Quebec's helping with a 30 stack. That's, it's gonna be quite a quick fall here. But yeah, they probably shouldn't have attacked Missouri again. That probably wasn't a good idea, just to grab one province out of it. I mean, Missouri are doomed now. I imagine Texas and Florida will now be able to pick them off whenever they feel the need. But yep, the last 2 episodes have just seen even more states disappear and even bigger blobs emerging. Have you? No Australia just yet. I was just wondering. But Tasmania, who haven't really had to look worried. I mean, look, they're probably just sat here like, we are ready to invade. That's what they're getting ready for. But it doesn't look like they have 21 transports. That is enough. I mean, they only have an 11 stack to deal with. They could probably do it, but they're fine for now. But yeah, I'm sure we'll probably see Australia form up at some point. And oh wow, New York just taking maybe not so much the valuable stuff, but a lot of stuff. How much was that province worth? So now they only took about 50% worth of stuff. So Wisconsin's still got most of the good stuff, but yeah, they're just a big Indiana now. They're still the biggest. Probably Manitoba are probably bigger now, I would imagine, and Quebec maybe. They're probably a similar size to that. If you're looking for consideration. Also, look at Michigan. They got everything back. For so long they were chill, protected by Wisconsin, and now they're just back to almost normal. I know it's not quite normal. Normally they have like some stuff over here or something, but there you go. Michigan's back. It would be cool to see, like, I don't want them to say like they're back. I don't want them to die straight away, but it would be cool to see Indiana maybe take this out and add it to their empire. Obviously New York will probably not allow them to do that, but yep, they're still 3rd New York, and Cascadia, we're just waiting for them to embrace that institution. I mean, now, if they embrace it, I don't think they'll go above New York, like I said they would, but either way, we'll see what they get up to. But it's all peaceful again for now. I mean, how long does that usually last? Actually, it's technically not. Britain and Florida are in a team war against Brittany. Don't know why they called him Florida, but I mean, I imagine this could lead to some gains for Floridian Brazil. Maybe. It looks like, oh no, Tupiniquim. These guys are doing pretty well. You're a republic. You have good tech level. I imagine that is to do with the mod, Super States mod. Like, there's no way natives are usually that good. But yeah, maybe could the natives be the ones to form Brazil? Could you imagine? There's been such a mess. I mean, Brittany have made a terrible effort of it, because obviously they used to have this coast last episode. Now these guys have it, and they also now look like they're going to take the rest. Potiguara might take some too. Floridian Brazil, though, is maybe Florida will be the ones that eventually form some sort of Brazil. So you've got a huge British, Peru, and Argentine. Will they have independence wars? That is the big question. Yep, still all peaceful up here though. Florida's side is actually losing. Oh no, it's not all peaceful. Manitoba and Saskatchewan teaming up to go after Wisconsin. So I said Manitoba, similar strength, and it looks like Manitoba should be the winners here, and the fall of Wisconsin is getting more and more tragic. But the rise of Manitoba, could they be the late game surprise? They have that alliance with Cascadia, and it's Cascadia's way to now, technically, declare war on New York and call in Manitoba. They would be able to go through, and that would be a hell of a battle. I mean, they haven't been at war yet, Cascadia and New York. So there is a huge stack of separatists right there. Missourian separatists for Florida to deal with. Just a minor inconvenience, but they do get the job done. Crushing any separatism for the future. But let's see. This is not good for Wisconsin. They started this episode not in a good spot with Texas and Florida. Then New York came and just... I don't know, like if Texas and Florida like kicked the door down, New York came and stole the walls. I know now Manitoba's just cleaning up whatever's left of the house. Top analogies there. I don't really know what I'm on about, but there you go. Goodbye Wisconsin. Wait, what is going on over here? Oh, Wisconsin did make... Oh, they have a 60 stack. Where the heck did that come from? I didn't notice that was there. Cascadia, you gonna go help them out? No. Okay, how did you... Oh my goodness, Cascadia actually let Wisconsin go into their land. That's impressive, unless they're at war now. No, they're not. Okay, Wisconsin just... Cascadia just, you know, hurting Manitoba a little bit there. They're going to return down here. I mean, they've got the numbers to beat that 60 stack. Maybe not if it regroups up with that 11 stack, but they've got 50, yeah, they got 75,000. So they should, if they do it combined, they should be able to catch them out here. And actually, okay, Cascadia's let everyone in. This is going to turn into a bloodbath. Still nothing new. Texas is involved in another Mexican war. Oh my goodness. I think, okay. All the Mexicans had had enough. I think this, what sort of war is this? Jaliscan, where'd it go? Jaliscan, yeah, it's a punitive war, so imagine a coalition formed up. And Texas, Castile, and all the other small Mexicans decided we have had enough. And Yucatan now is in a scary place. Because I imagine, yep, Texas is down here. They all have similar flags, so I can't tell whose troops are Yucatans. They're these green ones. But I don't really see a chance for Yucatan here when there's a 60 stack from Texas. I mean, they're the one with the 50 stack, just sort of, you can hardly see in there. But, yeah, Yucatan, their successful time, probably going to come to an end. And we're probably going to see, it was starting to bring order. We were starting to see the Mexican, or at least southern Mexico, a bit more order, a bit less of a mess. But that seems to be ending right now. Anyway, Manitoba currently have 21 war score, and they just called in Cascadia. They get out of jail free card. That's why they let the Wisconsin troops in, so that they could destroy them. But yeah, Cascadia, yeah, and that looks like, oh no, the 60 stack is down here. But yeah, Cascadia, probably the end for Wisconsin, who have now been at war with all 4 of the other powers in the space of this video. So that's impressive. Keep it up. Keep on angering the world. You go, Perm. Cool to see you doing pretty well. That's pretty cool. Also, Ryazan, their successful time has ended as Lithuania and Scandinavia divide them up. So, Wisconsin, how is this going for you right now? Okay, yeah, now the 60 stack's been sent packing. I don't see it anymore. I see Cascadia rushing in with about 70,000. Another 30,000 from Manitoba, and Saskatchewan's not even doing anything. This might, you know, re-strengthen the bond between Cascadia and Saskatchewan, heal those wounds. But I imagine we're going to see a very strong Manitoba just continue to emerge out of this. But that is going to be it for this episode, guys. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to press that like button, be sure to leave a comment, and be sure, if you are new to the channel, to press that subscribe button too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.